Today we're going to discuss what really happened to Michael when he thought he was seeing aliens and monkeys and all this crazy shit. During the mission, did somebody say yoga? So firstly, we know that Jimmy drugged him, of course, with whatever the shit was. And while Jimmy is most likely referring to ketamine when he says that vets have been using it for decades, I did read somewhere that thanks to the game's files, people were able to find out that it was actually DMT, so it could be a mix of both. I don't really know. If someone knows, clear that shit up in the comments, please. But anyway, after this, we see Michael under the influence of this, and he goes and gets abducted by aliens and all this other stuff that he sees, the monkeys and the sky falling thing, and when he's in the UFO and whatnot, all this crazy stuff that you would not generally see when you're sober, right?
No shit!
But what actually happened here? Well, I think that after Michael gets thrown out of his car, in this shot on screen right now, he gets pulled away by someone. The next thing we see is him in some not at all sketchy alleyway, surrounded by a bunch of tweaked out monkeys. See, I think that this is the exact point when Michael gets robbed, and then when we have that part where we see the UFO that takes Michael or kidnaps him, whatever. I think the UFO is actually a car or a van, and that the aliens are either the same people that robbed him or some other people maybe who also wanted to rob him after they found him in this alleyway in who knows what kind of state. However, upon realizing that they can't take shit from him since he's already been robbed, it's likely that they just, for some reason or another, took his clothes. I don't really understand that part, but they just essentially after this probably dumped him at that park where we see him later with nothing but his underwear, knowing damn well that he's not going to remember anything or that he's not going to have any way to ever find him because he was on a bunch of drugs. And when he gets tossed out of the UFO, that's probably just him getting tossed out of that car slash van, and then the conversations we hear where we see him falling is probably when he's already laying in that park, but he's still just so messed up and he's unconscious and whatnot. And the moment you crash into something in that section is of course the same moment probably where Michael wakes up and he's actually conscious again for the first time since he's been dumped out of his own car by Jimmy. And with that said, I want to thank you for watching this little bit of a quick GTA 5 lore slash theory video. I'll leave your thoughts and opinions on this topic in the comments down below. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, that helps me out a lot. We are going towards 2,000 subscribers, so let's go ahead and make that happen before the end of the summer. And until the next video stream, bye bye.